This is Online PE with Mr. Hain, and today's topic is juggling part 2. Now, part 1 was juggling with plastic bag, which was a great beginner lesson before moving on to objects. Now today we're going to use socks to juggle with, along with animals. That's right, I said animals, but more on that later. Right now let's focus on these socks. So I have 3 different socks, 3 different colors. It makes it easy to follow since the colors are different. Now all you gotta do is you gotta roll them up in little balls. And the biggest difference with socks compared to bags is gonna be the weight. So these are gonna fall much faster, which means the difficulty level is gonna be much higher. You could also use hacky sacks or official juggling balls if you have them. But if not, these are gonna work out great. Now, please remember, it's okay to drop things while juggling. It's part of the experience. It's part of learning. So remember, just have fun dropping things. A positive attitude can also go a long way when juggling. And if you get stuck on a certain step, just spend more time on that step. It does not mean that you need to move on until you are ready. First, let's work on body position. Now, your feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, and your arms are going to be tight to your body, and your elbows are going to be around a 90-degree angle, but they're going to be relaxed, which is going to allow you to throw these socks much easier. Now, another important piece to remember is making sure that when you toss a ball or a sock, that you're tossing it always within the same plane. Or in other words, you're tossing the ball or the sock the same distance away from your body each and every time you toss it. So here is our plane, which is represented in between this box that just popped up on the screen. Now, I'm not throwing my sock too far out or too far in. They're simply within this plane. Now, when you toss an object, you're going to be aiming for 2 points, which are represented up on this square. And when you toss with your right hand, you're aiming for your left corner. And when you toss with your left hand, you're aiming for that right corner. And when you catch it, you can catch it slightly out away from your shoulders and then scoop it back in. So it's going right outside my shoulder, and then I'm scooping it back in, right outside my shoulder. But at the same time, remember, you're worried about that plane. Is the object always being tossed the same distance away from your body? Watch out, fish coming! Fish coming! Whoa! Don't you hate it when fish fall from the sky? Well, since I have a fish, I think when we go to start practicing our first skill, we're gonna have a timer pop up, and I'm gonna use a fish. The reason I'm gonna use a fish is I've been juggling for years. So it's gonna add another level of difficulty for me. But that brings me to a good point. See, for today, I really want you to focus either on a juggling ball, a hacky sack, or a sock. Don't worry about trying to juggle objects more difficult than that. Focus on those. Now for me, I'm juggling fish. So, when the timer starts, we're gonna make sure we have those feet shoulder width apart, arms in, 90-degree angle. You're gonna have 1 sock or 1 ball only. And we're gonna scoop with our right, aim for our left shoulder. Scoop with our left, aim for our right shoulder. You're gonna keep that up. Ready, set, go. All right, great job with that skill. Please remember, if you are stuck on that piece, you can keep working on that. But if you're ready for the next step, we're going to focus on 2 socks or 2 balls. One very important thing to try to remember is when you throw a sock or a ball or an object, you want to throw it on the inside of your other object. You don't want to throw it on the outside of your other object. So I'm throwing it on the inside. Yellow is on the inside of the black. Black is on the inside of the yellow. Now the second thing I want you to remember is with 2 objects, when I toss that first object from my right to my left corner, that is when I'm going to want to toss my second object as it starts to fall. Just like, what the? Frogs in my pockets again. So you're going to use socks or you're going to use the ball. I got some frogs. I'm going to toss with my right to my left corner. When this frog drops, the second frog is going. All right, so I'm going to put that timer up. And this time the timer is going to be double the amount of time. And the reason it's going to be double is we have double the objects that we're going to be tossing. Ribbit. Not now. Ribbit. Not now. Ready, set, go. All right, so here's where the big change comes, the big challenge, 3 objects. It may seem daunting, a really hard, difficult task, but I got some easy hints for you. When you toss your object from your right hand to your left shoulder, you know you have to toss from your left to your right. This time you're going to do it much faster. So it's going to be right to your left shoulder, left to your right shoulder, but then you're going to focus on this first object that you threw, and as soon as that starts to fall, that is when you're going to toss your third. Just like so. Now, if you can get to that point, then you can start moving on to try to do more than 3 catches. Maybe 4, maybe 5. What? Not again. My pocket now. Guys, the 3 little pigs are here. Well, since the 3 little pigs showed up, time to toss the 3 little pigs. Okay, there's your 3 catches. And then after that, you can try to do more. Dropping them is part of learning, so make sure you keep having fun dropping them. All right, so this timer is going to be 3 times as long this time. You got a lot of practice time here. If you're stuck on part 2, then focus on part 2. But if you're ready, grab your sock, grab your ball, all 3 of them, and go for it. Ready, set, go! All right, guys, you did a great job with juggling part 2. You know, please excuse my animal friends. How rude. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember those helpful hints. You're ready to keep practicing on your own now, and please refer back to this video anytime you need. Bye!